So we talked about Excel, talked about some tools that are, targeted towards planning, and obviously we can't skip over this one, but I think everybody's going to find out that they're able to do this. Most accounting systems let you obviously upload a budget. The problem with that is it's really financial based. It's a great tool for the accounting team to print some reports out, but it really misses the underlying assumptions, right? So you end up with an account, a period, and a number. It doesn't tell you what that number is. So if it's sales, it doesn't tell you how much was recurring software renewal, what renewal rates you assume, percentage-wise, dollar-wise, how many new sales it was it, 3 new sales, 17 medium sales. I mean, all those assumptions get lost in this system. So if the end result of your process is the numbers go in there, you probably have along the way a whole bunch of separate, either spreadsheets or documents that describe what the assumptions really are. And that gets really hard as you move through, try to roll that forward to really manage the assumptions versus the actuals that are coming in. So it is an approach, but it's a little bit more limited than the tools we've just gone over. Ignores the key drivers, so that's a comment about the assumptions really not being captured and really after the fact. So it's financial reporting based. You really can't use the information in here until the actuals are done, until the books are closed, and you're already quite a few weeks past most of the activity by then. So,
but the fact of the matter is that all accounting and ERP systems have a dashboarding module, and usually it's bundled in. And we're actually going to take a quick look at 2 mid-market ones as an example. Just a quick snapshot to show you. One is Microsoft Dynamics GP, and the other one, the first one, is Sage Mass 90. It's now called Sage ERP 100. And this is, again, built into the package. Once one buys the software, it's already there. Semi-customizable or personalizable. Actually, this package here, working closely with Rob, one of Rob's clients, we were able to, smaller business, again, the question was asked the size, tremendously changed the ownership's view and level of utilization of their system, with not a major investment. So JT might want to just show real quick. I mean, these are built-in reporting and dashboarding tools within the system. And there is no middleware. The data is in the system. The accounting people and the order management people are doing their thing and shipping goods after taking orders, paying bills, and it gets reflected in this kind of what I like to call it like an accountant in a box. It's kind of like a management accountant, kind of like a translation of toolkits within the Mass 90 system. It does a great job. And also, it has a drill down capability. So if the ownership of the company is offline, let's say they leave on a Friday afternoon, they go out down the shore, they refresh their data, they're going to be able to not even be connected to the system, but be able to leverage the drill down functionality. So it adds some nice bells and whistles there, for those quiet weekends down the shore or whatever, for you guys or the owners to be thinking about, how am I going to change the business, what's happening with my business. I got access to that information. So that's one example. Maybe we wanted to show real quick, like the Dynamics GP one, JT. So this is, Microsoft Dynamics is a little bit heavier ERP application. Here you guys talking about the Dynamics AX, which is the high end of that space. Dynamics GP Great Plains is the mid-level, kind of like the workhorse of the Microsoft Dynamics platform. We have a lot of clients using Microsoft Dynamics GP in the mid-market. But again, there is a dashboarding interface right there. You want to discuss a little bit about
Right, a couple comments. We went light a little bit on the selection of what we see here, but there's a drop down. You can pick other metrics. But the reason we did that is want to highlight some of the other things that are possible, not just with this, but a lot of accounting systems. So working collections, my homepage tells me I've got 7 customers over the credit limit. It's interactive. If I were to click here, it would take me over to that list of customers, and I'd be able to work with those records to find out who to call and figure out what's happening. So it's a little bit more action-oriented than the Sage example. Again, we're just trying to illustrate some concepts that you'll probably see in your own system.
And that's the key takeaway here, I think. These are samples. By no means we are proposing one is better than the other, but that when we are talking, because we were talking about these concepts, how do we translate it into reality? You have to provide the tools to team members to be able to realize that kind of a vision. So please take it in that context.
And the other thing that this does a little bit differently is if you have an outside reporting tool, you can actually bring your custom reports right in here. So you're not locked down as much as you are with a lighter system to just looking at financial data. You're starting to see that it's starting to think a little bit outside of that world.